Good afternoon, guys. We're back over here to do another video for y'all. It's a little hot, very hot outside actually. Put this door down. How y'all doing? I decided to do a video for y'all. Today it's very hot, so we're gonna try to do not to make it too long. This video that I want to do for y'all is some knowledge I want to share with y'all, and I think it's very important for anybody that needs to know this knowledge. For the players that don't know it yet, probably gonna be a lot of people already know this. You know, the people have been playing for a long time, but it's gonna help everybody, especially the beginner people and the medium players. And probably some good players too, if some of them might not this yet, but exactly, the way I'm gonna explain it, maybe somebody knows it a different way. But this knowledge I want to share with you is it has something to do about I don't know if you're familiar with the bridge when you're playing the game. I think I had a bridge over here somewhere. This knowledge I'm going to share with you today is going to help you reduce, here it is. It's going to help you to reduce, if you're like me, that I don't like to use this item right here as a bridge. It's called a bridge. And it's used to reach the areas that you cannot reach, because this is a 9-foot table, so it's pretty long. Even on a 7-foot, the little bitty kids, the little bitty table is 7 foot. Bar tables called. A lot of people call them the baby tables. They small, but you still gotta use this bridge when you come off on long shot. Okay, long shots like this that you cannot reach. Right there. Can't reach this shot. Even if I get over here to have a straight line, I can't reach it. So that's when you gotta use this iron right here. This is a bridge. That's when you gotta use it to make you shot and you keep on playing. I don't like to use this thing because it's very, when you're playing on tournaments and you have a lot of pressure, it's not easy to use the bridge. It's not easy to use this item. So this knowledge and practice that I want you to do is intended to avoid. Now, I'm not saying not only the bridge, you're gonna avoid to the extension that they put on the cues. There's extension that the pros and a lot of people that have all their gear, they have some of them have their special bridge in their items, like in their case, pool case, and some of them have the extension for their stick. There's an extension that goes in here that makes it longer. And some of it has them in the middle and an extra in the back. So this exercise and this knowledge I want to share with you is intended don't use this gear. It's only going to reduce the use of this gear. Like on me, for instance, on my personal view, I have reduced the use of the bridge and any extension. Well, I don't have extension anymore. I used to have one, but it reduced this exercise, this knowledge. It reduced my use at least down to 15% out of 100. Before I knew this exercise, this knowledge I'm going to share with y'all, I used to use that bridge around 60%, 50 or 60% of my practice, because what I'm about to show you is very important, okay? And it's not only going to help you to reduce the use of using the bridge or using an extension of the cue, or even using a jump cue. It's not going to help you only to reduce the use of that. It's going to help you to improve your game very much. I cannot say exactly how much, but it'll help you to improve your game. I guess it depends, each person, how you use it, how you apply to it. Okay, saying all this, what the knowledge and the extra practice is gonna be about? Oh, it has something to do with the proximity, the space where your body and everything's got to be on the table. And I want you to analyze and study that because each person is gonna be different. Okay? The position of where your body is on the table, on your shot, on the shot that the guy left you. That's where it starts. Or whenever you break the balls, where the cue balls are, that's where you start, the first shot. And once you have the whole of your shot, you control the table, it's going to be your responsibility to have this cue ball right here. It's going to help you to control the cue ball too. It's going to be your responsibility to put this cue ball to the exact position of the way your body. Like me, I'm 5'5", so I have a borderline on each shot. Okay, this is how I came up, just by practice, I came up with this exercise, this knowledge that I want to share with you. But, you know, like getting frustrated when I used to lose a lot of shots by using the bridge, because it's not easy to use the bridge, and sometimes, you know, I come off my comfortable shot, and I come off, I hit it too hard, and then I couldn't reach it, come out of my reach. So this exercise right here is exercise is gonna help you. It's gonna help you to improve, to get to the right spot, to your exactly where you want to be, to your measures of your body, your hand, how long you can stand, to your borderline, how far you can go. Me, I'm 5'5", everybody's gonna be different. I used to have a friend that he was almost 7 foot, he was like 6'9", he was tall, very tall guy. I was surprised when I was playing with him and I saw him using the bridge a couple of times. So that means that a lot of people still got to use the bridge. It don't matter, you know, the size, but it's going to help you a lot knowing your borderline. So each person is going to be different. To me, I'm 5'5", so each person needs to do this right here, okay? On my instance, I divide the table in 4 ways, okay? So let's say let's say to me, anybody can do different. To me, this is like a pie, and I'm going to divide it 4 ways, 4 rectangles. There's 2 right here, left and right, and there's 2 right here, the long way, right? So we have 4. We have 1, 2, so we have 4 pieces of the pie, divided in 2. And it makes a rectangle because these pieces are longer than the ones over there, okay? So it makes a rectangle because it's long this way, it's not square. So what I want to explain to you, you can do it different. You can do it as an apple, whatever. You can divide the table as whatever your head tells you to. You don't have to do exactly like I'm telling you, right? Because when you have that in your mind, I want you to walk around the table and measure all your proximities, how far you can reach. On my personal view, by playing for so long, I already know that my borderlines to be comfortable on my shot, my position in shot to be okay, is around right here. If I'm playing from here, shooting that way, the ball's on this side. Okay, if my cue ball, as long as my cue ball is around here, or anywhere from here, this side to this side of the table, as long as it can be there. If I'm going to shoot at this ball, if the cue ball is there, I'm in the comfortable position, the right position to shoot this ball right here with no problem. Now, that's why I want you to measure. Each person is different. It's not going to be the same like me, okay? Each person might be here or whatever. If you have another shot over here. Or a shorter person than me, I'm 5'5", so a 5'2" or 5 foot, a shorter person will be maybe all the way over here. Coming from this side of the view, okay? Because to have a comfortable shot, you're supposed to be level, and your body is supposed to be level. Your stick is supposed to be balanced. This is how you balance your stick. Put it right there when it's balanced, right there. And that's where you grab it to have a good shot. Okay, now, to me, once I find my balance, I go a whole hand all the way back, and that's where my comfortable shooting range is. Now, if you want to be on your shooting position, like I'm telling you, I'm not going to be straight on this shot, but I'm going to bend a little bit, but I'm still comfortable on my stroke, okay? Like right here, see? So I know that right there is my borderline. My maximum borderline is all the way down to this corner over here. I can stretch on and still make this shot. That's to not use that bridge. Now if the shot is over here, right there, and my cue will pass this corner right here and this one right here, now I cannot reach that. That's when I have to use the bridge or an extension on my cue. So that's what I want you to figure out, okay, yourself. I want you to figure that out yourself, because once you know this, it's very important. Once you know all this stuff, and when you're playing on a tournament or whatever, you already know where you get in shape. You already know where is your comfort borderline of your position in play, of your shots. And it's very important for you to learn everything around the table, where you're having problems with this ball, to have a balanced shot on your stick, and without being, coming out of your shot, like shooting a shot unbalanced or whatever. It needs to be balanced. You're gonna see some guys on me playing for long times. Sometimes I can manage to have a longer shot without using the bridge, because I hate to use the bridge. Let's say if I'm gonna I came off all the way over here, or what I do sometimes is I compensate all the way back over here. My stick is almost falling off the table. I don't recommend for anybody to do this. You have to have a lot of practice to do this, okay? And you have to stretch all the way down like that. And you shoot the ball like this, because I don't like to use the bridge. I shoot it like that sometimes, and it's not recommendable. But I do it because I'd rather do something like this than using the bridge. But it's not recommendable because I'm stretching all the way over there. I'm not balanced. My body's not balanced anymore. So I have a lot of risk of missing those shots. And if you're playing for something like very important, like going to Las Vegas or whatever in the league, or for a set, and you bet some money or whatever, or even for pride, doing things like that is risking you to miss. If you're downhill, the last game, whoever wins that game, you're risking to miss and lose whatever you're playing for. So to me, the reason why I do it like this sometimes, and sometimes I do good, sometimes I do bad, because I'm already reaching on the table, unbalanced all over, holding the stick unbalanced, with no balance at all. But since I've been doing it for so long, I think I sometimes I perform better doing it like this than with the bridge, because I hate the bridge. But I don't recommend you all to do it that way. What I recommend you to do is find your proximities, your borderlines, your limits. Like me, I already told you. On my stance, every time I'm gonna get shape on any ball on this side of the table, as long as I'm right here, anywhere right here, I'm okay to shoot any ball over here. Okay. So this is what I want you to find out. Your position of your table, and every side is different. Okay. So that's where the problem is going to be. When you shoot from this side to that side, is where you're going to have most of the problems. Or when you shoot from that side to this side, okay? That's where most of your problems you're going to have in your position in play. See, now on this side now, it's right here. I already know it's on this side. Where I can shoot with a balanced stick, right here, and just bend down a little bit, and I don't have the most problems, see? So I already know this is my borderline, almost in the middle of the table for me, for my size. For each person, it's gonna be different, and that's what I want you to know. And then you have the corner right here makes almost like a foot longer. So let's say I'm gonna go on that side, so you can figure. I want to explain this to you better too. If I'm gonna have this shot, and this is what changes on me. Okay, I'm 5'5", and I'm gonna have this shot now. And this is the shot that's going to change, okay? It's like make an X to the 4 pockets. This pocket to that pocket, and this pocket to this pocket. This is what you got to watch out when you're playing. You got to memorize it when you're measuring your position on the table, okay? So when you have this like an X on the 4 corners, you have to be careful, because it changes. On my position, it's not here anymore, because the difference is this pocket right here is making it come out almost like a foot. Let me see, it's pretty long. So I'm not gonna be perfect right there on my borders if I get this shape. So I'm gonna compensate back to still be okay, almost a foot. See, on shots like that, like on the corner shot, on the corner pockets. That's why you gotta find. That's why I want you to look around and to your size, figure all this out. So if I'm gonna have a shape on this shot, I already know I'm not gonna, my borderline, my perfect position is not gonna be right here. This is only for normal shots. When I'm shooting on corner shots like an X, I'm gonna have to come back a foot back to still be shooting with a level of balanced stick and almost a level body and be on this pocket right here. I'm gonna have to come back and be almost, down and be almost comfortable with my position shot. Okay, if I go back like that, then I'm gonna have to have problems because of this pocket right here. I'm gonna start bending down, moving my stick back, and shooting with a risk to miss the shot. Okay, and then if I go like that, if I miss my shape and I go right there, then I don't have no other choice but to use the bridge because I'm not that flexible. Some people are very flexible. I have back, some back problems, so it's not easy for me. So once I already told you all that you need to watch for all that, another thing I want you to know is that when you come to find, you're gonna have to find that out yourself, okay? Let's say you're gonna have a lot of problems if you're right-handed or left-handed. You gotta find out on the table too. If you're right-handed, when you come over here, you're gonna be okay on this side all the way. When you're shooting to your left, going that way, you're gonna be okay because you can come here. Like now over here doesn't matter. This size over here. It's only when the ball is right here and you're shooting from over there. When you're having this kind of shots, it does not matter if you go all the way here because you're not shooting from here. See the difference? So over here you can just walk around and you shoot this shot with no problem, see? Now what happens if, that's why I want you to learn all this, is very important. Now what happened, it has happened to me before, when you have a lot of pleasure and you're playing, you forget, you have to remember everything, it's not easy. What happens when the ball is over here, when you're right-handed and you have to shoot this shot, okay? It's not the same thing, so you need to know that, okay? So if I'm right-handed, it's not easy, like I just shot this shot and then come over here and shoot this shot, it's not gonna be the same. I have to use the bridge right there. This is good for a left-handed person, see? They can do this. So that's why you need to practice around and know all these things. They help you a lot in your game. You have to memorize everything. What is good for you right-handed with no problems, on the other side is not going to be good for you. You're going to have to use a bridge on this shot. I cannot reach it. It's already passing my limit right here. So unless I stretch a lot and go with my stick all the way back, but a lot of people don't do that, so then you use the bridge, But that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta know. That's why I want to teach you all this. If you don't know it, so you can learn. That's when you use the bridge. I don't like to shoot with the bridge, but I say I'm like probably like 30%. A good player with the bridge. That's about it. And this is how I want you to know your proximities. When you find your proximities, I want you to know that when you're shooting this way on the side, if you're right-handed, you're gonna be okay when you're on the left pocket. But when you're on this pocket over here, on this side, you're not gonna be okay. And it's the same way over here, on the other side. Okay? It's the same way over here when you're on this side. When you're on this side, you're not gonna have problems over here. But when you turn around the other way, on the other side, you can say north, south, west, and east. Or upper side, lower side, left and right. Okay? So it's the same thing over here. You're not having problems over here. But if you're right-handed. But over here on this side, you're going to have problems. Okay? Because you're not left-handed, guys. See? I can't shoot this shot. I cannot shoot it. Only with the bridge or extension. That's, or if I stretch all the way back and hold my stick like this, but I'm risking to miscue or whatever, I'd rather just shoot, get the bridge or something else or shoot behind my back. You can do it like that too, but you're risking too a lot of stuff. Okay, that's the only way. So that's what I want you to understand. When before you shoot, you have to remember all this, you have to know all this. Let's say you're gonna get shape, on this ball. And if you remember that this ball is over here, to win the game, right here. Now, if you don't want to have problems and you already know that you can shoot from over there all the way over here like me, so you can just throw this ball to right here and you'll be okay. Don't pass, okay? Don't pass the line. So I already know that my borderline is right here when I'm shooting from over there. So just draw my shape to around this area and I'll be okay. That's how this helps you, okay? See that? I already know this is my borderline around here, so I'm okay right there. And that's how I want you to practice all this exercise right here. All this is going to help you guys to improve your game a lot, but it's very important you position and play, okay? Where you're going to be on the table is very important, because every time you're going to shoot a shot, you already know where the cue ball is going to be. Refer to all the English videos that I have. Once you know the comfortable position and play where you have to be, that's how you start running balls everywhere. You're not going to have that many problems when you shoot game shape on this side to that side, guys. From here to there, look how short it is, not that long, okay? So every time you're going to have your only problem is going to be when you come to these pockets and to these pockets. And another thing, be careful when you're shooting like shots like I just showed you. I'm going to show you right here. Look, this is very important for you to know. When you have this shot and you're going to get shape from this ball to that ball, well, let's put some balls down to explain to you better so you won't get confused. Trying to make the video pretty quick. Let's say we're playing that ball. So let's say we're playing that ball, okay? And you're right here. You're playing that ball, all right? You gotta make this ball, and you gotta get on the 8. Now, to avoid using the bridge, I want you to know this. From this diamond, the table has diamonds all over. These diamonds are meant for you to use them. That's why they're there. So, I guide with my diamonds almost on most of my shape. And I don't know how you want to guide, but you can do whatever you want. So when you have this shot right here, guys, avoid leaving if you don't want to use the bridge, that's what I'm talking about. Avoid, when you're going to get shape on something like this and you're going to win the 8, avoid leaving this, your shape on this line over here with this diamond and this diamond over here. See, there's a line over. Avoid anything on there, because if I make this shot and I leave my shot right here, then I cannot reach it, see? And that's aligned to this diamond. So I cannot reach it. Either bring it to the middle, right here, so you don't have to use the bridge anymore, okay? Let me explain to you. Let's do this and see if I can come. I don't want to come there, but if I do, it'll be okay, so I can explain to you. If the cue ball stays right here, I have to use the bridge because of the angle I have on this shot. But if it comes almost halfway in, I don't have to use the bridge. I can still bend down and make the ball without the bridge, okay, or the extension. So that's why you need to know everything about the position and play is very important. You avoid using the bridge. Where is it at? I don't even know where it's at, because I don't care that much about it, right? But before, I cared. I always wanted to say where that was at. Why? Because I didn't have this knowledge, all right? So it's very important for you to know this knowledge, so you can know all these things on every position that you're going to make. Once you already know the spots to your size of how tall you are, your height. Once you know your spots where you're in problem, like me, like right now I know if I'm going to win this game, I know that if I make this 11, if I leave my cue ball here, this is a diamond, here is another diamond. If my cue ball's around here, it's away from away from my comfort positioning to shoot, which stretching is going to be all the way over here to this size. I cannot shoot it like that if I leave it over here on this diamond. So what is that telling me? On my shape, come back almost halfway right here and I'll be okay. See? All this you have to know. If you don't know, practice. Practice and practice. And remember, this is a very important drill. It's going to bring you game very high. It's going to eliminate the bridge using a lot percent, not forever. Because even the pros still use the bridge in their gear. I'm not saying you don't use it and you're never going to use it. It's going to improve you to not use it that much if it bothers you. Now, if it doesn't bother you, this video might not be for you. You can just share it. But if it does bother you to use the bridge and an extension and all that, then this video is for you. You can share it. And if you're not my follower, you can subscribe. And you can hit like if you want. But this is very important, okay? So, okay, now explaining to you that I already know that if I leave this cue ball on this line right here, I'm lining it up with all this diamond right here. Boom. If my cue ball is any area over here, I'm gonna be in trouble because I'm shooting with a lot of pressure for it's like heel to finish the match. The person win or I win, and I don't want to use that bridge with everybody watching and all this. So this is very important for you to know your positions, where this cue ball needs to be. So I know that if I come halfway in this way, I'm gonna be okay. Now if I draw it, if I come to the rail and barely hit, or even if I'm on the rail, not frozen but out, I'll be perfect. Because I already know my position and where my body is, how far I can reach and all that. So that's why it's very important, okay? Now let's see. Remember, we don't want to be in this line. The cue ball does not want to be there. And if you follow me, you should know that the main thing on this channel is to control this cue ball right here, to make it become you, to get inside this cue ball, so you can be wherever it needs to be. All right. All right. Let's see if we can finish the game right here. There you go. That's what I was aiming for. I didn't want to be close to this line. I could have been halfway in, but why? I went to the rail and then bounced out a little bit. One, that's giving me a what? What we're aiming for. A positioning shot with a balanced stick and a straight body, so you have a higher percentage of winning whatever, the tournament or going to Las Vegas or whatever. Because that's what we want. Once you know your perfect positioning, you're going to improve your game a lot and you're going to avoid the bridge right here. And you're going to avoid everything. So what I want you to do with this exercise, this knowledge, is practice all your how big you are, how tall you are, how flexible you are, how heavy you are. A heavier person might have problems stretching this way. I have problems stretching a lot because of my back. I have problems bending. That's why you see me when I shoot, I don't bend down too much. But you're supposed to bend down when you shot. But I don't bend down too much because I have some health problems in my back. Okay, but that's why you see that sometimes I just shoot like this. Because I have back problems, right? But you're supposed to go down on your shot to get a better angle of your shot. Level body, straight cue, and all the way down like this. If you want to hit you right here on your chin, it's even better. But whatever is good for you. But you're supposed to go down like that to get a better view or a better angle, everything. I can do it sometimes, but it bothers my back. But anyways, the position of play is very important to avoid the use of bridging all the way around your table. Know your spots, every spot that you need to be, and become this cue ball. Once you know your positioning, where your borders of how much you can stretch all the way around the table from this side to that side and everything else. Remember, don't forget. Do not forget that, because one time, I remember a long time, I think it's been a couple of times when I was starting to play. I forgot when I was playing, I think I was gambling, I was playing for money. And I forgot that on this side, it was different. So remember, if you're comfortable over here, if you don't have no problems on this side, the other side is not the same, okay? And I forgot about that, and I left me a shot like this. I think the shot was over here. And I came off my borderline and I left the shot like that. Just like that, where I cannot reach it, see? Because it's not the same thing. If you can shoot right-handed over here you have to be left-handed to shoot it. And I lost that game. I shot the ball and I hung it up like this. And I lost. It was heel. And don't forget that. I don't want that to happen to you. It happened to me like 2 or 3 times because I've been playing for a long time. But like I said, it's not easy to remember everything. This sport right here is very hard. It has a lot of things that people need to learn. We need to learn. I've been playing for 36 years and I still got to learn a lot of stuff. I haven't even read a book on billiards that I'm thinking about buying one later. Everything that I teach you is things that I have learned throughout my personal experience in life. Okay? So this video is intended for you to avoid the use of the bridge if you don't like it too much, and the extensions that you put in cues. Once you find all your borderlines of your shots and where you need to be you're going to reduce the use of the bridge and the extensions for each person is going to be different because it depends how much you practice. It's not only by knowing. And for my players that are not medium or high, they're below that, they're starting to play, learning. I don't want you to be trying to use this position and play yet, or when you're playing on like a final on your league or whatever. Don't use it yet. I want you to know it and practice it at home or whatever. But it's not easy to do. Okay, it's hard. You need to practice. You gotta refer to my videos how to control this cue ball, the Kulo knowledge, the 9 English that you have to know to control this cue ball. Well, there's more English, but that's the main ones that I have a video there. If you're a beginner player, learn that. Look at that video. Learn that, and when you start, being able to control this ball, make the ball and start controlling it with different English, then and when you feel comfortable, then you can start using this knowledge, okay, about your position in play, where you need to be exact. Because if you don't know what you're doing, if you're a beginner, this is very hard. It's not going to be easy. But if you're already a good player and everything, learn all this and avoid to use the bridge, guys. It'll help your game a lot. Stay tuned. I'm going to be making some more videos. And if you like my content, hit share it, and subscribe, and hit like. If you don't like it, you can share it to somebody else. Maybe the other person likes it. I'm gonna let y'all go, and pretty soon I'll be making some more videos. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Say no to alcohol or any other drug. Drink a lot of water. Take care of your family. I'll be seeing y'all soon. Bye-bye.